And the reptilian brain and our reactivity is purely survival. If you are trying to save your child from something dangerous happening, yes, your heart is involved, but it's a survival thing. So when we are reactive globally, which is going on this planet, I won't get into that because I won't even stop talking about it. But what we're seeing is reactivity. Well, they did this to me, so I'm going to do it back. At what age do people do that? You
It's
know, right. At what age? But we do it because why? We don't know what else to do. So we have to adult, capital A, we have to try, and we have to learn to control our emotions. Feeling afraid, feeling angry is much different than acting angry. Because if you act angry, there are going to be consequences. Why? Because you have involved another human being or another situation, or you have given yourself an opportunity that you wish you had done differently in. I think it all gets down to getting along with other people up to a certain point. Feel free to gaslight people that drive you crazy that you don't really want in your life. The social dogmas and the mores and the dogmatic demands of the big three: sexuality, politics, religion. When I was growing up, you didn't even mention those. Democrats and Republicans could sit and have conversations, but things are different now. They're different for many reasons. So when either any of those three are brought up, it's on. So there are dogmas within just those big three as there are anything, but these dogmas were developed as reactive, fearful patterns to control you and control other people. Now, social graces, nothing wrong with that. They're needed. They're needed in certain times and places. We have to learn to think a little more broadly, to let go of the things that really don't matter. If y'all figure out how to do all that, let me know. Because there are certain things. When my mom was, she showed, last time she showed up, she said, and of course she's on the other side. She said, you have to grieve a little every day because most things never get resolved. Wow. So what do you do with it? What do you do? That is the viewpoint of someone who has finished their life. They're on the other side in the astral realm. They're looking back and they're still connected to those they love. She and I have a closer relationship now than when we were working through our karma as a daughter and a mother. It's wonderful. She is absolutely wonderful. But if it's true that we don't resolve most things, then how do we live on a daily basis? Well, you learn to let go of things, do that spiritual shrug, go, so what? We got a couple hard years coming with this planet. So what? That's what we have brought on. Things are really better than they look, but you're not going to get much attention for your business, your website, your TikTok if you only talk about good things. You're just not going to get it. So when I scroll through YouTube, I will see one drama after the next. And I wonder why they're doing that because they want attention. You can't believe most things you see or hear because they're usually somebody else's perspective. But you're going to have to develop some pretty clear, ironclad boundaries about your own behavior. And I think that's part of why there's so much fighting on the planet right now is the lack of personal boundaries, the lack of maintaining those with dignity and with grace, and saying, this is my line in the sand, don't cross it. Now, if a country attacks another country, they've clearly violated those boundaries, but it just didn't start right then. It's been building up for a long time. So, most of the problems that we have with other people They didn't just start right now. The reason I'm saying that is that there are issues within ourselves that will predate those decisions that we're going to make when we get in conflict with other people.
That what you said, it needs to be emphasized, because a lot of our problem are we don't solve the conflict within ourselves. We are so quick to blame the exterior, and it's not about whether you agree with them or whether somebody's right or wrong. It's if we're in conflict with ourselves about how much the other person's bothering us, we'll never ever be able to solve it or to come to peace of mind.
That's very true. Conflict resolution and people that do that are good listeners and they are not reactive. If they are, they need to get another job in the military or something. But it takes time. It takes time and it takes practice. And we can't expect to do it right now, just
Yeah.
not right now.